What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So she was right here in the middle of the town. Already tested. I can just walk up and talk to her. So let's continue.
3 dozen dead of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow. Sacrifices? Is that what you want to call it? Such a pretty word for so much death. Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for? The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with Thirdborn blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones. I'll send word. No one wants you here. Least of all me. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
Well, she took that about as good as anticipated. I will gladly leave. I was thinking, I might, instead of using the rifle, since I get so much damage off of the pistol now anyway, maybe the next grimoire I find, I just start rocking that. I mean, because I don't need to level up to cast the spells.
You're the monster who got us kicked out of Thirdborn.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer fellow, apparently.
What do you have against honest businessmen? You can't fast-talk me, you fiend. I demand compensation.
I know you're upset, Tycho, but they seem like they're really strong.
Shizu, please don't undermine me in front of them. You have to make things right by me. By us, I mean. Don't try to play games with us. We can take you.
No, you can't.
But can you take all 3 of us? Are you so desperate for the answer that you'll stake your life on it?
Tycho, this might be a bad idea. I mean, I'm good with the blade on dead targets, but...
You two? Fine. That kind of takes the wind out of my sails.
Thank you. I'm glad today didn't end in bloodshed.
Maybe the next time we all meet, we can just have a lovely drink, or I can dissect you. Either one.
Don't promise me a good time, dearie.
Well, go on, get out of here, before I change my mind. And if we ever do meet again, well, you can forget about that discount.
Oh, man.
Temerti sent word. She said you can go. I'm sorry, Envoy. I don't have much more to say. You were responsible for all this death. But I hope you don't end up the same way, too. Watch your back out here, Trevor.
Galawain's Tusks. I'm sure we're about to get dialogue bombed.
Ludwig may have a skull for a face, but her fury was clear enough. If her path crosses ours again, it'll be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. We've thwarted her twice now, but she keeps burrowing deeper into the living lands.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
I believe it. And we'll cross that bridge with you when we get to it.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power, but we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Right, the voice in your head that none of us have ever met. I hear dying has some interesting side effects.
Hey, we are all on the same side here, Marius.
You won't find a blessed thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Page-Raku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will. I don't know, Nimdude. I do know whatever I come up with is better than do whatever the voice in my head tells me to do. I'm done here. Do whatever Blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
I'll have to put him down.
I hope so. One of us should talk to him. If something's eating at him, I don't like leaving him to his thoughts.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon.
We won't get far unless we look after each other.
Everyone's got dialogue.
Can we talk a moment? How much do you really know about Aedyr? Not bad. Aedyr is a physical manifestation of a metaphysical phenomenon. A mineral that takes our souls from death to rebirth. We severed the Aedyr and Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. But at what cost? Still, I wish we had better options. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Aedyr pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land for centuries. Possibly. Probably. Eventually. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can suffer the consequences of our actions. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves. We'll get there eventually. Just need to wade through the bullshit first. Right now we're up to our necks, but it can't keep rising forever. That's what I tell myself anyway. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question? Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Aedyran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual? Indeed, it does. It's just... When you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Get some rest. Until next time.
Cave coral. Ooh, I can make one. At 2-star. Alright, cool. We're both at double stars now.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually, I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though... I know. We've seen enough pain caused by the Dream Scourge. Things have been... unreal. We spoke to actual ancient Aedyrs in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers. True. Though switching it up might be more confusing to those not in the know. I'll figure that conundrum out before my research gets published. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier? Must you try to ruin my fun, dearie? Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details.
I mean, it is a messed up scenario, but like, you know, if there is a plague that's turning people into zombies and making them slowly go insane, and you can sacrifice a chunk of the population to stop it, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer to me.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit. It is. And it isn't. I'm not sure what it is, really. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's Tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat. My ears ring. I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying. I don't know. Maybe? I mean, I left there for a reason. Good reason? I'm not sure. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
Okay, so where are we on the map? We're up here. So, I mean, if there is more zones, this definitely looks like it could be one. I mean, this looks like it could be a zone. This looks like it could be marshlands that we go through. The snowy zone, maybe. And then there's this, and then possibly that little forest. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Either way, entrance to the garden is way over there. Solace Keep is over here. Quiet, you. I mean, I feel like I want to find a hub before I do anything else.
But... nicely done!
The beaters have settled on
I was worried for a second.
So the garden's over there. I want to find civilization, because civilization means I get bounties. Bounties means I don't accidentally kill people before I'm supposed to.
We can't live out here like this.
Listen, we're besieged by mountains and silence. They still beg me to search for the missing Aedyr and merchant convoy, but we're stretched too thin even for that. I only ask you to hold on a bit longer until replacement comes.
I can help. Hello? Hello? Hello?
I will try. But this can't
I
last.
can assist.
Another Aedyr. Damned if I ever saw the like. So you're the envoy they reported at the gate. Pete's turning away the refugees from Shatterscarp, at least. Is it true that many drop dead suddenly? The alternative? I confess I'm ignorant about life beyond the borders, but... never mind. You're here, and I'm glad for it. The sentries were right about you. You have the same features as Arnandru. Taller, of course, but nevertheless. I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandru himself knows we need one out here.
Oh.
A godless tower? There's something like that east towards the coast, I suppose. You will be disappointed, I suspect. But if you want to go sightseeing, why not? Be careful, though. The Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the beetles rose in their numbers. Never mind the Zorips, or the Dream Scourge, or fucking Amalia. I don't know what there is to do. The beetles and Zorips come back faster than we can cut them down, and Amalia... gods, where do I even start? She and I used to command this tower in turn. I and my wardens kept watch while she and hers rested in the keep. And so too the reverse. Until her last watch, that is. When she and her wardens abandoned their post and marched on the gate and tried to leave. Because life in the tower is torture. We're low on supplies. The Waste are winning against us. They had made a request to the keep for aid. After it was denied, her wardens spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the wastes. Main one is just up north in the Twined Wood. Another just west of there, in a tower. Another east, in a cave. She's broken her oath, and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine. To watch over the garden. It is this that keeps us bound to the Tusks.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
Should we die with an oath unfulfilled, our spirits will linger until another of our wardens sees it completed. And if one of our own breaks an oath, it is a death sentence. All I want is peace with her. But our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down. Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners. And after her raid, after our skirmishes, I don't see how we can talk anymore. But would you be willing to talk? Oh, I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for trading near her camps. But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the Tusks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. But I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for indulging me.
What a large tower. Do you think the Watchers are compensating for something?
What you got, buddy?
I'm not quite sure what you're holding there. You can find them in the forge in
Damage reduction and move speed. Kind of cool. Power attacks deal 75% stun to enemies with full health and bonus fire damage on it. My loyal shield. Yeah, if I find it, I find it. I don't think I really want to spend $5,000 on a 5,000 on that. And these are insane. 16,000? Bruh. That hurts. Just to see that price hurts.
wonder when we'll get back to the keep. Why? Kostyu's really starting to raise a stink. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder.
I feel like Solace Keep would be the... I'm gonna find bounties. I'd assume it's over there. Maybe I make my way out there first. After I finish looting everything that's in this tower. What's interesting is he was talking about, you know, it's their job to protect the garden, but when I was asking about ruins, which the ruins are obviously tied to the garden, he was like, I guess you can go this way. It's like he didn't understand that that was the garden. I don't know, a little confusing.
Another hunt, another meal for us. I wonder if it'll taste any better this time.
Malia's camp, Solace Keep. We're just gonna go north. Just try to get to Solace Keep and avoid killing anything that looks kill-worthy in the meantime. Not bugging my bounties. Surprising amount of coral here. Lots of grenades in this region. Zip on past them. Ow.
Of all the stupid things our people ever did, Forja may strike us all down. But they'll keep going. I heard something.
No, they are not friendly. I'm just trying to get to Solace Keep. I'm just gonna swing past y'all. It's important. That's probably a bounty. Would that be the keep? Yes, it is.
It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage? Well, isn't this a homely little fortress? So warm, so welcoming.
Outsiders aren't permitted in Solace Keep. Turn your ass around and go back the way you came. Marius? As in Marius with the red beard and silly hat? Holds a little flute? Smells like jerky and onions? Whereas bells? We thought he was dead. Marius was a good friend of mine. We're not supposed to acknowledge those in exile, but if you bring him here, now go.
Okay, so I need a campsite. Then that'll get me inside. I knew I should have brought Marius from the start. Sounds very useful.
Welcome to Serena's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see here.
Say that, but I just found a key, and this has prison tower vibes.
Will you pipe down over there?
I'm innocent!
No. You gave the good.
Oh, how cozy. The blood really brings everything together.
Do you do this every day? No rattling the bars.
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
You know him? Then you can advocate for me.
You've got your work cut out for you. But if you want to try, go ahead.
I admit I took a few things from Pargrunan memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs. Easy to pass judgment when your stomach is full. Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
I don't know about map making, but we confiscated these. Maybe they're what you're looking for.
Wait till he throws you to the wilds.
I mean, bro, you were grave robbing. Like, I mean, I grave rob a lot. I'm the envoy. You know, it's obviously different. What the hell? It was me. I did it. I turned into the pig. I followed him. Spell wore off. Yes, I was naked. Uh-oh. Oh. Whoa, that was really weird. Just gonna save things. Everything good on OBS? That was worried the shit out of me. I thought the game was about to crash. It's an encoding overload. Primordial depths. Liquid hot magma. I need a campsite. Where can I find a campsite? I haven't seen any Aedyr since coming here.
Zaribs. The tracks are everywhere.
And if I even had a fast travel out here, that would be sufficient. I could work to a different campsite.
Help! My gods, they're killing us. Outlander. The Arca. My brothers. If... Oh. Oh, head north along the main road. Look for Grigor.
Works. Fast travel. I guess I'll just do this. I'm gonna go to a camp. I'll pull him out, and then we'll try and get in. I want to know what to do with the star metal. So be like, well, I'll make you one weapon. You get one weapon that's crazy good. Let's see if it will. Oh, it's not going to pull up party selection, I don't think. All right, well, let me get him in the party. I'm going to have to work back and do camp stuff again. But I will get him in the party, and then after doing so, we will continue.